Good morning to you, St. Matthew family. It's Pastor Farrow here. I'm in between appointments on the road this morning, if you will. Have no fear, I'm not driving. I'm safely parked in a parking lot. And I just wanted to spend a couple minutes with you talking to you about this coming up weekend and our services this weekend. This will be Epiphany 7. And we have one more weekend, and that will be Transfiguration Sunday. And then our Epiphany season is over with, this green season of growth. We've been on the pathway with Jesus these last few weeks, and now we're entering into what you know as Lent, which is a more intentional road. We're going from the pathways of life to a more intentional road to the cross in obedience with Jesus. This week, we'll be talking about what it means to love our enemies, love those who hate us. We'll talk a little bit about hate. I know I have some friends and colleagues and members of the church who have voiced what it means to hate, what that definition is, and we're going to talk about what God calls us to do with our enemies. Next weekend, as I said, is Transfiguration Sunday, so I'm jumping ahead a little bit here. Epiphany is bookended by two big events that have the same phrase in the Gospel Scripture. This is my Son, in whom I am well pleased, we hear announced again from the clouds, from heaven, if you will. And Jesus is transfigured. Peter, James, and John go up to the mountain with Jesus, and something amazing happens. All of a sudden, they see another side of Jesus, another part of Jesus, more of his deity again, just like John the Baptist and those gathered saw at Jesus' baptism in the beginning of Epiphany. So the bookend is the baptism of Jesus in the beginning of Epiphany, Transfiguration at the end. And so there's this amazing thing that happens with Jesus. Elijah and Moses are there with Jesus in the Transfiguration moment, and that shows us that that God's promise to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and to Moses, and to the children of Israel, and from what we found in the Christmas season with Emmanuel, when the angel came and spoke and said, "This is for all people." This shows us that the promise that God has for us is for all people and is for us. And Jesus continues with us on the pathway as he has. He found those blessed people along the pathway, the people we don't normally think we're blessed, and he calls us to bless them. And he has been every bit a part of our lives through this journey on the pathway, and he's shown light in this world, and he calls us to show light in this world. And we've learned all of that in Epiphany. And now we find out at the very end of Epiphany, on the 8th week, we find that Jesus, God, very much is with us. Emmanuel is with us, and God has always been with us. And that is a great comfort to us, especially as we go into this more intentional road to the cross in the Lent season and take this journey with Jesus. It's good to know that God is with us. Come, be with us this weekend. Services at 5 p.m. on Saturday and 10 a.m. on Sunday. Come, walk the pathway with us in this journey and with Jesus. And let us prepare our hearts for the Lenten journey. God be with you.